Hello to my GenX sister. So you are not depressed, but you're just done, over it, exhausted. My name is Amy. I am your Gen X big sister, and I have put together a live experience, workshop, session, whatever you want to call it, coming up on March 7th. It's called Permission to Pause. And I want to tell you a little bit about who it's for. If you are feeling like you're just exhausted, like bone weary, but you keep calling it busy, like you just really busy. You just have a lot on your plate and you're tired when you go to bed and your brain doesn't stop. And when you wake up, you don't feel fully rested. You are done and you are ready to like check out, and you are ready to figure out how to design your retirement. If you are, as my Gen X sister, if you are always the strong one in your family, in your friend group, if you are the one that others are always relying on, you're the problem solver, you're the dependable one, you're the one that always like has that can do attitude, you're determined, you're persistent, you deserve this permission to pause. If you are at a point where you don't know what you need anymore. Now, I'm hearing this in my comments and in the threads. I'm getting so much feedback from so many of you, and I'm I'm working to respond to every single person who's commenting on these videos, especially the ones around retirement, uh, the ones that dealing with this feeling of just not knowing where to go next, just being done. You're not sure what it is that you need. You need help clarifying it, getting clarity. I want to work with you on that, and I want to work with you on it live. And so permission to pause would be something to check out, to see what how you can get some answers on what to do next. I'm not saying that you need to quit everything, that you need to just give up on everything that's going on in your life. I'm not saying you have to leave your job. I'm not saying that's the answer. What I'm saying is if you're feeling that heavy and that done, something needs to be done differently. You can't keep going the way that you're going. And we need to like shake it up and figure it out so that you can build something that you can get excited about. If you fantasize about just disappearing for a while to like an island, not forever, just long enough to breathe, to to you know take a breath, get some rest. That's what the permission to pause workshop is all about, is taking that time for you to get still and to pause. If you're feeling resentful about things in your life, you're resentful about your job, you're resentful towards your coworkers, your boss, you're resentful to your family, your spouse, your kids, you're resentful to your friends, then in addition to being resentful, you feel guilty about feeling resentful because you love them. You know that you should be grateful. Like you are grateful. You're grateful for the beautiful parts of your life. You're grateful for what you do have. So, where's that resentment coming from? That's something that we can get to the bottom of. If you keep treating rest as something that you're going to earn at some point, I will rest. I'll take a break when blank. I'll get some rest after I do this. And you're setting it up that way. And the rest is like a reward down the road in the future. We need to figure that out now. The permission to pause workshop is going to help you figure out a pause plan for yourself and Figure out a way, guilt-free, non-resentful way to get your body, your mind, your emotions what you deserve and what you need to have joy and impact and fulfillment during this next season of your life. If your body is trying to get your attention, is your body giving you physical symptoms and signals that you have to do something differently? Yes, menopause and perimenopause can amplify what's happening physically. But I also think that perimenopause, menopause is acting as almost like a soldier for us, almost like a representative for us, or a mirror. Yes, it's bringing these physical things to the forefront, but it's making us look at it. And it's time to look at, what is there something behind that? Is this a signal that we need to pivot? There's something that we need to do in another direction. Permission to pause. We're gonna go there. We're gonna figure it out. For those of you, and there's plenty of you because I'm seeing it in the comments, for those of you who are successful on paper, but something feels off, you've got all the pedigree, the degrees, the achievements, your resume is impressive, your LinkedIn is stellar, and it just feels empty. Things have changed for you, and it's time to, instead of just like trudging on and pushing through it, because that's what we do as Gen X, we have to reevaluate. We have to figure out what needs to change, what can change. I mean, there's many women, which I knew already, but it's been evidenced from those of you who have been writing to me. uh, there's many of us that are experiencing situations in our lives that we can't make massive changes to our life right now. We can't completely overhaul everything. So what I want to do with you, what I want to guide you through in permission to pause, is let's take a look. Let's see if we can find something that we can tweak, enhance. What can we do that will kind of shift things into a new direction and help you feel better about your current situation? If you are afraid that if you stop doing what you're doing, like if you stop pushing as hard as you're pushing, if you stop working as hard as you're working, if you stop taking care of everybody around you in the way that you're doing and doing everything for everybody, if you stop all that, it's all going to fall apart. So you don't stop. And then holding it all together has become part of your identity. And so then you don't necessarily want to let go of any of the things that you're holding together, because at least you feel really, really, really needed, because there's so much riding on you and your efforts, right? Permission to pause, how to design your pre-retirement. Let's unravel that a little bit. Let's challenge some of that thinking, and let's recognize that we don't need to be everybody's everything to be someone worthy, right? So in permission to pause, we're going to go there. So it's time to get clarity, to get vision. It's to have some creativity, to imagine what things could be like. And it's to take some time out of your day to pay attention to you, prioritize you, spend time thinking and tending to your needs. And let's figure out a reasonable, doable, realistic pause plan for yourself. That's my wish for what we can do together on March 7th. And lastly, you don't need more productivity. You don't need another strategy of how to be more effective with your time and be a better time manager, or learn how to juggle things better. You don't need to fix your morning routine or your evening routine in order to maximize your output throughout the day. You don't need any of that. If anything, you need the opposite of that. And that's part of what the Permission to Pause workshop is all about, is unraveling some of that, conditioning that we have in our heads. The other really exciting thing is I'm seeing the women that this workshop is attracting, and it's definitely a community of women who can see each other and understand where you're coming from and understand what's on your plate, because everybody has overflowing plates, and being there for each other and supporting each other in making something new happen. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please, and even if you have checked it out, check it out again. Putting the link in the description to this video that will describe a little bit more of the workshop and what we're doing on March 7th. I really hope I get to see you there. It is a live video session, live interactive. So we'll get to meet online. And I look forward to helping you design your pre-retirement era. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X big sister, signing out.